Hi there, Dr. Vicki Lemper here with the Shift Happens channel. Today, we're going to talk about autopilot manifestation technique. And you want to stay to the end of this video because I'm going to give you the easiest, most perfect way to manifest. And you can manifest your SP, money, health, wealth, whatever it is that you so desire. If you want to learn how to manifest with ease, and a stabilizing fundamental way of learning how to manifest, go ahead and like, share, and comment. That's how we build our community. I'm all about being real and being fun. All right. So if you need help with this journey, you can also contact me at shifthappenslifecoaching@gmail.com. So let's get into it. Autopilot, automatically manifesting, right? There's several techniques, and one in particular I'm going to talk about, but let's take a for instance, specific person. We often want to get that love of our life, right? Well, there's oftentimes some resistance. And where do we get that resistance? We look to the outside. We look to the 3D for proof. And oftentimes we perceive that 3D reality in a negative manner. Like, see, it's proving I can't get it. I can't get it. See, right? Well, let's dial that back a little bit. And what I mean by autopilot manifestation technique is it can become automatic, but it's a daily intentional practice, right? First of all, if you are feeling like you are wanting your SP and you feel it in your body that you're anxious and slightly obsessed, your body is the lie detector. It will always provide feedback for you. If you are finding yourself not being able to sleep, or you're making decisions on a daily basis based on what you think that would manifest your SP, we need to take a step back, because you're in a state of lack, and you're in a state of a little bit obsessiveness. All right. So what we need to do first of all is get you self-regulated and emotionally stable. And so that is where you need to start your work. And you can see a counselor or whatever it is that you need to do. But you need to go through that grieving, suffering stage and allow yourself to feel the feelings, sit with it, and learn how to let that go, but process through those moments of grief and suffering. So, and grief meaning, listen, maybe you had your SP and then you broke up and there's no contact. Well, that's a grieving moment, right? And maybe you're not allowing yourself and you're shoving it away. And when you take that ignoring 3D circumstances a little too far, and I have other videos, and I'll create more videos on what it really means to ignore the 3D circumstances. But for right now, what I'm saying is pay attention to your body. If you're not healthy in a way that it's impacting your sleep, your health, your exercising and eating and making decisions in a panicked way over what you think will manifest your SP. Listen, you got to get self-regulated. So it's all about you. Begins and ends with you. So that's number one. Number two is the way we kind of find that peace is through forgiveness. And I've got a great way to find that peaceful presence, because that's exactly where you need to be, that state of consciousness where you are identifying with peace, calm, and confidence. That's when things start flowing to you. But at the end of this video, I'm going to give you that simple technique. All right. So let's go on with it. So you want to self-regulate, get yourself emotionally stable, grieve through that process, get through those negative emotions, and then get yourself stabilized emotionally. Number two, then you need to start all of a sudden being aware of your consciousness. And that is simply just stopping and saying, okay, what am I aware of being? Who am I? Who am I saying that I am? And what that means is just your identity. So, for example, let's stick with the SP example. If your SP is with a third party, or they're not contact, but let's just stick with the SP has a third party, and you're waiting for them to go away from the third party and come to you. Well, what are you doing? What's the verb in that sentence? Waiting, right? And so when you are waiting for them to make a change, when you're waiting for them to come to you, when you're waiting for them to clear out the path, you're waiting. So that's who you're identifying with. That's the state you're identifying being, right? It's no different than getting your career started. Oh, I got to wait for the perfect circumstance. Oh, I got to wait till I'm done with my degree. I have to wait till, people call me for, an interview. I have to wait for, again, you're waiting. So there is, and oftentimes I know in this community, especially with law of attraction, um, it's always kind of about like sit, feel good, and things will come to you. And that kind of implies that, okay, don't take action, just wait for it. Well, here's the thing, you do have to take action, right? But it needs to come from an inspired place. So what does that mean? It's coming through the now moment, and you don't have any resistance. So you are in the now moment with love. You're not looking forward, you're not looking in the past. You're here and now. And Eckhart Tolle does a great job of saying, hey, listen, that's where your power is. It's in the now. And boy, was he ever right. It is so true. So you look for 3D, or you look to 3D for proof, but the proof is in yourself, right? So you have to be aware of who you're identifying with. And sometimes it's really sneaky, like, oh, the waiting. I have to wait for this and this and this, the perfect scenario for me to really get what I want. When you all along, you choose, you have it right now. And you just have to choose to be that person. What does that mean? When you identify with the person that already has it, with the money, you feel you're not scared of writing checks for bills or giving money, paying your bills. You don't feel scared about, oh gosh, I might have a medical procedure. Will I have enough money? You will always have enough money. I want to buy this. I want to go on vacation. You will have the money for it. It always works out because you have a knowing and you have a faith in knowing that God source is working for you, through you, as you, right? So that is our third section. So 1, work through your suffering, get emotionally stable. 2, be aware of the state of consciousness or who you are identifying as. And 3, faith. Do you really believe that the higher source, the source or God is living inside of you, working through you as you, right? Because oftentimes that can be in itself mind-blowing, right? It's like, well, wait, I know I was raised Catholic, so I had this God that was out there with a clipboard keeping score and, up in the sky, and it's kind of scary, right? And so I want to make sure that, and so shifting from, oh my gosh, God's up here judging, to, oh my gosh, God is inside of me, not judging, is neutral, allows me to choose, how I define each moment, each circumstance. That's the power we have, is the power within. Our imagination creates. God is working through our imagination, through our heart, our passion, our purpose. And oftentimes when I do start wavering, because everybody does, that's a really human thing. We waver, we doubt, we go through moments of, do I believe? And what is God? Contemplate it for a moment, right? And really, I can take you through a meditation. Again, that's another video, but you can absolutely kind of go deep within through meditation. Just keep asking yourself, well, where is God? What is God? Um, and you will be so surprised what you might come up with. But we often get so busy, like trying to manifest. The techniques do not manifest. We use techniques to be one with ourselves, to be united and aligned with God. It's techniques, and so often through our community, affirm this and you'll get your SP. Visualize this and you'll have the money. Okay, that's sort of true, but it's not about getting. If you're using the techniques to get something, a little of that will manifest, but it's not sustainable. And that's what we're here for, is to have that stable, sustainable, easy, fundamental way of manifesting. And that goes through God, and that goes through faith and trust in God, right? And the God is within you. So love is the ultimate fulfillment, because that is what God is. So actually, I'm going to give you one quick little uh, technique, and I'm going to show you another one here in a little bit. But one of my things that I do is every morning before I get out of bed, I intend to see everything through the eyes of love. I intend to see everything through love. And, it's an intentional practice. You get better at it, right? So you want to make sure that you're affirming and visualizing, but you're doing it to get to become the person that has that desire, right? And so here's the best way to really start to kind of ease into it, get rid of that resistance. The resistance, it goes back to being emotionally stable and not so obsessed. You need to find peace. How do you find peace? Well, here is the technique you've been waiting for. First, whatever you do to yourself, you do to others. So if you want to find peace with other people, you have to find peace within, and this is how you do it. First of all, you understand you have, let's say an SP is no contact or with a third party, and you're angry and you're like, oh, how dare they? You have to go through the 3 steps. The first step is understanding. Hey, I understand that person is on their path. I am on my path. They are doing what they feel they need to do at this point. It's about being right in the moment and accepting it. So I understand you're on your path. I'm on my path. Step 2, I accept you just the way you are. I accept myself just the way I am. Right? That's step 2. Step 3, I appreciate you because you are teaching me to expand and love myself even more. And I appreciate myself because I am open to it, and knowing that this is going to create the most beautiful person inside of me. Not create, but allow myself to be aware of the beauty of myself within. So that is how you find peace. You understand they're on their path, you're on your path. I accept you just the way you are. I accept myself just the way I am. And 3, I appreciate you because you're teaching me to love myself even more. And I am appreciating everything about this journey. That is so powerful when you understand, accept, and appreciate. Even if you just go, in the moment, the 3D is showing you something. We all know that's our past belief system showing itself. But you just say, oh, I accept you just the way you are. And then you move on. You get busy being and not getting busy manifesting and trying to get what you want, right? And trying to please and trying to get the SP and trying to get the money and trying. No, 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 no. Stop trying and just become, right? Kind of goes back to that movie Caddyshack. Be the ball, Danny. Just be. That means be one with this moment right here, right now. And it does actually work on the golf course as well. I knew nothing about golf, and I watched that movie, and I actually kind of got it because I was like, I am one with the ball. I putted, and it went in. And so anyway, that is no different than really manifesting anything you desire, including your SP. Just be right here, right now, in the moment with peace and love. Get yourself self-regulated. Be aware of the state of consciousness that you're choosing. Who are you deciding to be? And then get busy being in the now. Being in the now is where your power is at. It's not using techniques to get something. It's to be something. All right. I know this so well. Until next time, go ahead and like, share, and comment. That's how we build our community. If you need help with this journey, go ahead and contact me at shifthappenslifecoaching@gmail.com. Till next time.